chance of people passing away.
Right.
But like I said before, with the medicines, they are extremely effective. We have them available, and all the people that are insured are covered by their SVB or SZV, as it is called right now, or BZV, FZOG, these, let's say, governmental insurance companies. And the ones that are not insured are covered by us, by the AIDS Foundation. So we're trying to really change the mindset of insurance companies that this is a manageable chronic disease by now, and that people living with HIV should have the same opportunities in life, buying a house, starting a business, educating their kids, etc., like anybody else. And in other words, working on stigma and discrimination is another activity we're very much involved in. Then we have the media programs on television and radio, and working with men and having sex with men, women's groups, church groups. We've done a lot of statistical work, data collection to get the right numbers, because you need to know what's going on to be able to plan for the future. We have our yearly Stronger Together Red Ribbon campaign, and before I forget, let me show that we still raffling, having the raffle tickets for the beautiful General Motors and FW Vaughn and Son Spark, a nice, cute red car to keep it in the red ribbon colors. That we will raffle on the 4th of December. So if you don't have your ticket yet, make sure you get one either from one of the members or at either one of the Scotiabank location. Scotiabank has been a tremendous supportive corporate business for us for the past 6 years. This is the 6th year of Stronger Together Red Ribbon campaign, and that fundraising campaign has given us the money and the step up, you could say, financially, to make the next move, which is moving from a purely volunteer organization to a volunteer organization, non-governmental, still non-profit, but with a paid support staff, because we've noticed that when you work only with volunteers, I mean, activities go up and down and up and down, and we need more sustainability now and for the future. So we decided we really need full-time paid staff to be able to continue this work on the long term. We'll expand our work tremendously in the coming years. We have a 5-year plan rolled out of new activities. We will expand in sexual and reproductive health in a couple of years. And there's really a number of exciting programs up and running.
Okay. Dr. Van Osch, unfortunately, we have to take a break again.
Okay.
When we come back, we will continue discussing about World AIDS Day.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We will be right back.
Are you looking for that prescription that the doctor just gave to you and you can't find it at no other pharmacy? Well, the Orange Grove Pharmacy is where you should be. The Orange Grove Pharmacy, we carry a wide range of American and European prescriptions and drugstore items. We also do personal care products. We offer friendly services and 24 hours emergency delivery. Charges may apply. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Saturdays, 9 to 1 p.m. Orange Grove Pharmacy, supporting a healthy lifestyle.
Welcome back to A Better Place. Dr. Van Osch, I understand that there was a conference held recently in the Bahamas.
Yep.
Can you elaborate a bit on that?
It was the first Caribbean HIV conference, in the sense that all the Caribbean islands came together. A group of about 2,500 delegates from all the islands in the Caribbean. An incredibly interesting conference, because you learn what kind of programs are going on in the different countries. And some of the main features that came forward again were that obviously all of us, we know that gradually treatment is available. All the countries have treatment available. But now we need to really try and what we call tip the line. In other words, most countries still have a continuous flat line, and some even increasing of new numbers of people living with HIV, diagnosed with HIV per year. Also in St. Martin, we have not really been able to get the the line tipping downward. Last year and the year before, we have a feeling that something is happening. At least it's flattening out, you could say, because it was constantly rising. People have to keep in mind that due to the treatment, which is a good thing, people living much, much longer, actually normal lifespan. That means that the number of people living with HIV in the island is cumulatively, bit by bit, increasing, of course, because people that are diagnosed and start treatment stay alive. But what we want to do is, if you want to get the epidemic under control, you need to start tipping the incidence line. In other words, the line of new infections. And by doing prevention of mother-to-child transmission, which is very effective on both French and Dutch sides. We have not had new babies born with HIV for the last number of years. But what we now need to do is even increase our testing and treatment, because we estimate that at least half of the people living with HIV on this island do not know that they have HIV. In other words, unknowingly they continue to transmit the virus to their partners, their sexual partners. There's about 700 people under care, both Dutch and French sides together, but there's another 700 estimated roughly of people we think living with HIV that do not know about their HIV status. And that's where, for instance, World AIDS Day activities come in, where we will do quite a number of test days, both French side and Dutch side. The French calendar, they will go to French Quarter, to Sandy Ground, so into the districts, and they will also have test days at Liaison Dangereuse and at ED, at the hospital. So there will be different days and locations where testing will be offered, and that calendar will be publicized shortly. On the Dutch side, we will have a test day on the 27th of November, that is Sunday, where we will have 2 test locations at Scotiabank, where we also have the radio, PJ82 and Island 92 present to give information. And we have another test site at Melfort Hazel Sports Complex, where there will be a basketball tournament to raise awareness among the youth, to draw more youth also for HIV testing. And as we always do, that whoever is tested positive, a complete follow-up will be given, in the sense that additional testing to confirm that it is HIV and nothing else, and if necessary, treatment and care are definitely provided as well. Even if people are uninsured, care and treatment is provided for free. We have people obviously speaking English, but we also have French and Haitian Creole speaking people available, and Spanish speaking people, to make sure that everyone from our community can come out and do an HIV test, because we do think it's important to know your HIV status.
And how soon are the results known?
It's a rapid test. That means after 20 minutes people get their results. So it's very quick. It's just a little finger prick. It doesn't even hurt. It's the same finger prick that people that have sugar disease, diabetes have. And the response we get from the community is usually very, very, very positive. Now, we see the T-shirts there and the posters that were produced in collaboration with the French side. It's a collaborative effort this year with World AIDS Day. I Love My Life. I got the test to promote testing. People who will come to our test sites will get a T-shirt. So on the Dutch side as well, come quick, because I'm sure they go fast. But I really hope a lot of people will come out to do the test.
And you know, a lot of organizations on the day itself that is commemorated, they actually, give T-shirts to organizations and businesses and to show support for the cause. Will you be doing the same thing?
Giving T-shirts, or
having them or asking the businesses to
wear
the shirt on December 1st.
That is the Red campaign. I'm sure a lot of them who have the T-shirts will wear them, and obviously the red ribbons, the Stronger Together red ribbons. Something that I don't want to forget, apart from the testing, very important, that will be happening, Rent, the Broadway musical, a fantastic musical about life, love, and a HIV message kind of mixed in there. It's a very well-known Broadway musical that is being produced with a local cast, and on December 1st, World AIDS Day, it'll be premiering in the Cultural Center. So if you don't have your ticket for that one yet, don't forget the raffle tickets neither. Then please buy the tickets by the cast members. DJ and Joost are the directors. Suzette Moses, our program manager, is the overall director of that project. Tickets are available from the cast members and at Miguel's Salon and Spa.
Okay. Great. And Is there anything special besides Rent going on December 1st? Or would you only have on the 27th?
It's for us the 27th, because December 1st is smack in the middle of a week. It's on a Thursday, and all of us working with the AIDS Foundation are volunteers. So we have our full-time jobs, and we were not able to really organize something large-scale on a weekday, apart from the fact that we usually organize these test days in the weekend because we think more people will have, hopefully, time to come out and do the test. So World AIDS Day is really more activities from the program management team. I'm sure they will do awareness with politicians again, like they've always done over the past years. But Rent on World AIDS Day, the premiere, will be really the highlight of this year, 1st of December activities.
And earlier you mentioned that you're seeing numbers on the rise. Does that mean that it's because of the medication that's helping, or does that mean that persons are not heeding to the use of preventative methods?
Yeah, two things again. People are staying alive living with HIV due to the medication. So the total numbers of people living with HIV in our community is gradually increasing. That is normal, and that is due to the good and effective treatment we have available. What we don't see yet is a tipping line of the incidence, the number of new infections. It's stabilizing, we have the feeling, so it's not really increasing. I think it's stabilizing, but what we really want to do is tip the line and get those number of new infections down. When we do the test days, we always do a counseling. We give information about HIV. We ask a number of very personal questions in a private setting, and those answers that the people give us help us to determine, are they at risk for HIV infection or not, and how could they change and make it safer for themselves within their relationships. Talk to your partners, use condoms more consistently, do an HIV test, etc. And it shows from the statistics we gather from that, is that 50% of the people that come for a test are at risk of HIV infection, because either they don't know the HIV status of their partner, it's important to talk to your partner and trust each other, or they think, or they're not sure, or they think that their partner is having sex with others. On top of that, not using condoms consistently. So there's a number of issues that put people at risk for HIV infection, and we have to put it in a broader perspective as well. It's not just HIV, it's other sexually transmitted infections as well, like gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, herpes, human papillomavirus, and all these different infections that unfortunately you can get when having unprotected sex.
Well, Dr. Van Osch, I want to thank you so much for having been a part of A Better Place. You have brought a wealth of information and knowledge to the audience watching A Better Place. And of course, we will have you back in the near future. Because I believe that we haven't touched on a number of topics concerning HIV/AIDS, and we would love to do that. So thanks once again for having been a part of A Better Place and for bringing this information for, of course, World AIDS Day, which is December 1st. Thank you.
Thank you.
And to you, the viewing audience, I want to thank you once again for having been a part of Season 2 of A Better Place. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of Season 2, and what a way to end, you know, having brought this information concerning World AIDS Day, which is the 1st of December. I want to thank you. I want to thank all of the sponsors. I want to thank the production team that has worked with me for this season. And of course, stay tuned for Season 3. My name is Angelique Martis Rimou, and I'm your host for A Better Place.